On July 15, 2010, 5 camp counselors were headed to their summer job, Camp Anchor, to help special needs children, when their car came to a tragic stop. The 3 counselors that passed were Michael Mulhall, my cousin, and 2 sisters, Jamie and Paige Mcloone. The 2 survivors were Justine Mulhall and Kelly Murphy. All of them dedicated their hearts and souls to Anchor. Each of the 5 counselors had been working at Camp Anchor for a number of years, and before receiving a job, they volunteered for 3 years. So you can only imagine what the entire camp was feeling that morning.
Camp was pretty rough. I remember the first thing we got to camp, we started our meeting about 9 o'clock, our staff meeting, and Paige was in my group. Paige was late, and she's never late, so I thought that was very strange. Went to the office, because I had heard from some people that some people got a car accident. I had to go into the office, and I actually heard from my boss that first thing in the morning that there are people in a car accident. We didn't know who, but they heard there was a fatality. So at the time, I only heard there was 1 fatality. So it was like 9 in the morning, but they didn't tell me who. I knew Paige wasn't there. I knew who was in the car with them. At this point, there was only a select few, I think, that actually knew that. Our boss made an announcement to the whole camp that there was a car accident. He didn't really mention much of the details. He just said that a couple people were, I guess, en route to the hospital. I don't remember all the details, to be honest.
Along with the camp, my family didn't know a lot of information either. The news had reported several pieces of information incorrectly, which left many people to draw their own conclusions about that morning.
8:50 this morning, they were most certainly late, still miles away from Camp Anchor. At least 3 people are dead, all of them young men. We believe they may have been camp counselors.
Our boss came out maybe 2 minutes after I had gone there, and he said that it was worse beyond belief. So I knew something was up, but even then, in my head, worse beyond belief was broken bones and someone's in the hospital. Waited a couple minutes, he held the phone again, and I heard him say to someone there were 3 fatalities. Now, I didn't know who was in the car exactly at first. I knew Mike was in it, and I knew Jamie was in it. That's all I knew at the time. When they said that, I knew right away that Mike had passed. Don't know how I knew, but I knew. A couple seconds later, maybe a minute or 2, someone else, one of my other bosses, took out the staff list and circled 3 names. Mike Mulhall, Jamie Mcloone, and Paige Mcloone. I put it together in my head that they must have been the 3 fatalities.
While new information was coming in every minute, the campers started to wonder what was going on. Although they knew something bad happened, the staff tried as best as they could to get through the day.
But I think in most cases the parents broke the news to the kids, and then we have to deal with it when they come back. Now the kids with physical challenges, most of them, mentally they're completely normal and can understand the concept of death. For them, it's very difficult for them to handle this. A lot of our younger kids, our kids with Down syndrome, don't really understand the concept of death or the finality of it. They think it's a temporary situation. And then there's kids that are autistic who, obsess about it. They don't really understand what it is, but they keep asking about it, and they hear the word, they know it's something horrible.
Pretty miserable day. Probably the worst day of my life.
What hit me hard was Mr. Mulhall. I walked in the door, Mrs. Mulhall came running up to me, gave me a big hug, and Mr. Mulhall saw me from across. He was in their dining room and I was walking in, and he just yelled out my name. He's like, "Colin, I'm so glad you're here. Mike always talked about you." And that hit me the hardest, to see, I guess, how close to the family I was without knowing it.
This whole experience for everyone involved has impacted each person in a different way, some stronger than others. It's a nightmare you can't wake up from, but we all have learned we are living through their contagious personalities. So now what do we do to remember them always? There have been several events to celebrate Michael, Jamie, and Paige's life.
General donations, people sending in. The town gave us $6 million over the summer. That was at the beach ball. That was Paige's birthday night. Kate Murray gave us the big plaque. Still in broken ground yet. We all have pain. We're definitely going to get it. Malone Mulhall Recreation Center.
Although Michael, Jamie, and Paige aren't physically here, they have brought so many people together that would have never come together if it wasn't for this experience.
Lean on me. not jealous or boastful. It is not arrogant or rude. Love does not insist on its own way. It is not irritated or resentful. It does not rejoice in wrong or rejoices in right. Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, includes all things. Love never ends.
My family has changed in so many different ways. Malia, the newest addition, has finally come from Ethiopia. Our holidays have been forever changed, and we realized we need to live life for the moment rather than worry about what we're going to do next as a family.